All right, guys, the new stream is up. This is going to be the prequel praising stream. What does that mean? That means we're going to praise the prequels. Yay. All right. So who wants to come on first and praise them prequels? Who wants to come on? Let's do it, guys. We got some prequels to praise. Woo! Let's do it. This is a prequel appreciation stream. This is what you guys have wanted, and you're finally going to get it. All right, Zandy Boy threw his email out there first. Oh my God, the chat's moving so fast. I'm going to send him the invite. All right. Here we go. Matt, if you want to come on, I would love to have you on, bro. I'm gonna need some help to get through this. Zandy, you on?
Yeah.
What's up, bro? You ready to praise the prequels?
Yeah, and the sky is up.
That is correct. That is not incorrect. All right, so where do we begin?
I think the dialogue is the best part of the prequel, to be honest with you.
You really mean that?
Of course.
What are some of your favorite quotes from the prequels?
I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched the prequels in a little while, so I don't know.
I do not blame you for that, but that's okay, though, because we can get through this together.
Okay.
So, for one of my favorite quotes from the prequels is in episode 1 when Jar Jar says, "Hello, boyos."
Oh,
that is, it's. I mean, if you really want to just break it down, like let's think about it.
Oh, yeah,
2 words.
I thought of one. So,
what's up?
So recently, my brother has been saying hello there, and he's been expecting me to respond by saying General Kenobi. But
yes.
He's been saying it so many times now that I just ignored him, and now he's tickling me and making me say it.
Wow, that's something.
That is something.
Cool. So, like I was saying, I like hello, boyos. Hello there is definitely another one.
Yeah, it's famous, I'd say.
Another one of my personal favorites is "You will not take her from me." That's a good one. I like Trains and Games says, "Jaded, you take the bait." Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wasn't that your favorite class in school?
Yeah, probably. Either that or robotics.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. So, before we continue, do you want to talk about the new Jurassic World sets?
I will talk about them as much as I possibly can. Like, I just kind of skimmed over them. I can't really go in depth with it, to be quite honest. But
so, from what I understand, they're not based on the actual movies, rather based on a new Lego show.
Right.
Yeah. So there's like this hovercraft thing which is $20 set, and it comes with like this little vendor shop. That's
right.
My second favorite. My favorite is the $40 set, no $60 set, and it's basically like this egg ride, like it's this giant dinosaur egg, and it uses the new gear pieces that are plate thick, so that it functions.
Okay, I got you.
And then there's this $90 dinosaur mech set, which looks ridiculous. It's the most silly thing I've ever seen Lego make.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely my least favorite out of all of them.
I thought that was fake when I first saw it.
Yeah, it looks so ridiculous.
Yeah, and like from what I saw, the main figures look blurred out, and it doesn't look like a genuine set.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the volcano just doesn't look all that great. It's basically just the ugly rock pieces, and then just a few transparent plates, bricks, and that's it.
Right.
So that's all I want to say. I just want to talk about it because it just revealed.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
No, it was a good. I mean, I like the new dinosaurs we're getting. That's the biggest appeal for me when it comes to those. But I would like to stay on target for the most part. So, do you have any other nice things to say about the prequels?
Well, my favorite of the prequels is Episode 3, which is actually my favorite Star Wars movie. I just like how it's a transition from Anakin Skywalker, who was a Jedi devoted to the Jedi Council and all that, and then he became something dark just so that he can protect the only person that he loved.
Right.
And then, Padme dies, so now he's just filled with anger. And I just like the whole theme of Episode 3. And also the action scenes are pretty nice, like when Jonathan and Obi-Wan are fighting on Utapau. That whole scene is pretty nice, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, Utapau is a pretty cool location. I like Utapau.
Yeah. But like I said, it's been a while since I've seen the prequel, so I don't remember anything all that vividly.
That's fine. That is something to not be ashamed of because
it's the prequels.
I try to avoid them as much as possible. But that doesn't matter today because we're praising the prequels.
Well, then I can't put much in then since I haven't seen it recently.
Gotcha.
I try to remember, like, you say something, I'll probably put something in.
Where do I even begin? Bailey's Brick says, my favorite scene in the prequels is when the end credits started rolling in episode 3, meaning it was finally over. The pain could finally stop.
Bailey's Bricks? He's back?
Yes, Bailey is back. Bailey has returned from the dark side.
Wow. Dark side talking to girls?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wanted to try to keep it fresh, so thank you for coming on, my boy Zandy. I'm not going to give you any more time to start talking to me about Harry Potter because I know you will. But
Harry Potter advent calendar.
Yeah, that's something. Anyways, so who else in the chat would like to come on and talk about nice things about the prequels? Appreciate you for coming on, my man Zandy.
Thank you for having me on.
For sure. Take care, bro.
See you, boyo.
Boyo. All right, guys. Who else wants to come through? Brickwiz says, hit me up. Bro, I just said, you said you couldn't come in. The brick desk. Oh, because I totally don't know your email, Matt. Hold on. You're serious here. I got you, bro. All right, the invitation has. My phone is blowing up. Okay. All right, Matt, the invitation has been sent. Let me know if you got it. Check the DMs. Could Creed possibly be coming on? Let's see. Oh my God. All right, so Matt's on the way. I'm gonna bring on my boy Creed.
Here?
All right. Bro, is that you?
Bro, what's going on?
What's good, bro? You ready to praise the prequels?
Praise be Jesus. I've been waiting for this day.
Yeah. I don't know. So basically what happened was Lego Soldier 18 made the $60 dono and he was like, praise the prequels. And I was like, you know what? I'll throw everyone a bone and I will dedicate an entire stream to saying nice things about the prequels.
There we go. See, guys, it is possible. We're not totally biased towards one side.
Exactly.
Come on. I mean, yeah, it did take a monetary donation, but still.
Hey, money, cash rules everything around me.
All right, praising the prequels. Let's see. So, all right. Good things about the prequels. Let's see. The memes, love the memes. The memes are the greatest thing in my opinion. I do like episode 3 Obi-Wan. I think he's a pretty cool character.
How do you feel about episode 2 Obi-Wan?
That's something we kind of don't want to discuss, really. Just
okay, that's fine. We can stay away from that.
I will say
Obi-Wan is great. Like, episode 3 Obi-Wan is like classic Obi-Wan. Like I put him up there with the original Obi-Wan.
Yes, I agree. I liked Obi-Wan from episode 3. I was a fan of the episode 3 duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan. I know a lot of people weren't. I thought it was cool. Obviously there's ways that could have been improved, but I thought it was cool, definitely as a kid. So I don't really hate on that too much. I also like Duel of the Fates and Phantom Menace. That whole choreographed scene between Maul, young Obi, and Qui-Gon, I think that was really cool.
I watched Duel of the Fates recently. I will say I did enjoy it. Duel of the Fates is pretty good.
I think that's a very underrated scene. A lot of people don't like it. I do love that. Other great things about the prequels. Let's see. Seeing the clones was pretty cool. Yes. I like that. I like seeing the clones. Geonosis was a cool battle. That was pretty badass.
Geonosis is the best battle we see in the prequels, in my opinion.
I would agree. Let's see. And then I think it's kind of the praise part. Memes are great. Can't get enough of the memes.
They're great. so do you think that the memes being great for the prequels is indicative of the is that like an endearing thing? Like, does that imply that the film is that a good thing to say about the prequels?
No. If you're saying the memes from a movie are better than the movie, that is not a good thing.
Okay. I feel like most people don't understand that because like I'll be talking to people who are like, genuine diehard prequel fans, and they'll be like, "Bro, the memes," and I'm just like,
that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The best thing that come from a movie should not be the memes. I mean, I'm happy that memes are great. I love the memes, but that's not really that good though.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think that's kind of it. I mean, episode 2 is one of the movies I really can't find that many great things about, but.
Yeah, which is weird because episode 2 is my favorite Star Wars film when I was younger. I think just because it had Geonosis, like that bumped it up quite a bit for me.
True. I will say that one giant positive leap forward between the original trilogy and the prequels is definitely the fighting scenes, wherever action scenes it was. I know there's a lot of like technological limitations between episode 4 and then obviously episode 1, but I think it's a great thing, a great positive thing for Star Wars is we got some really awesome fight scenes, and I think that's kind of the big thing that keeps me, if at all, coming back to the prequels are going to be the lightsabers and the fights and stuff like that. So that's probably the best thing for me.
So how about the ships and like the locations? How do you feel about a lot of that stuff from the prequels? I've always said I feel like the prequels has the best ships. I mean, Star Destroyers are great, but like the Republic gunship is just the
gunship, the Venator, the Acclimator, all those are such awesome vehicles, and I wish I would have seen more of them.
I feel like that's like one of the biggest things about the prequels. There's so many cool individual things introduced, but we just don't see enough of it.
Yeah, but I agree. I think the vehicles are awesome. I mean, original trilogy obviously has the nostalgic vehicles, X-Wing and TIE Fighter, but like the amount of new content that we got from the prequels was awesome. And let's be real. I mean, if the prequels didn't exist as movies, I'm not sure where we would be in terms of the Clone Wars TV show or now getting new live actions in movies and TV shows. So to that credit, I do give credit to the prequels. I think that kind of jump started the whole era of getting back into Star Wars, so I will always respect the prequels in that sense.
Right.
Yeah, but
no, absolutely awesome. No. I mean, it ushered in an entire new wave of Star Wars fans, which I can't be angry with.
Exactly. So that's the great things about the prequels, but we'll save the other stuff for another stream.
I think you said a text earlier. So did you basically want to break it up into like multiple streams, like we talk about one movie for each one?
Yeah, so I wanted to basically do 8 different live streams where we just discuss movies. Obviously, we'll start with prequels, episode 1, 2, 3. We'll make it like an hour, 2 hours long, and then basically just do one movie for each stream and have that carry out for the next couple of weeks.
Okay, I got you.
So we'll find the time between all of us, and then we'll advertise it. So hopefully we can get a cool turnout to the streams and stuff like that.
Right. Hold on. So the Crazy Josh says, "Who is your favorite character from the prequels?" Which is a good question.
Or are we going based off of the movie solely?
Yes, no Clone Wars. We can't. That's the one rule about this stream. You can't bring up Clone Wars.
Favorite character from the prequels?
I honestly gotta go with Palpatine. Like, well, not really. I'd say like the Emperor version of Palpatine. Regular Palpatine is just kind of whatever, but like Episode 3, Emperor like that's some good stuff right there.
I'd probably have to say Dooku or Obi-Wan.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Dooku was such a badass. It was great. I know, like looking back now, it's kind of like weird, but I don't know. I thought he was such like a cool villain. He carried himself in such a unique way, being like really cocky, and yeah, he kind of almost lost a couple of times. But I think he's like the coolest character.
I like that he fought with one hand. I always thought that was like,
yeah. I always thought like when he was like one-handing a lightsaber against two different people, I was like, dude, this dude's like sick.
Okay,
like,
I'll show you.
Yeah,
okay, so Tito Colap made a $5 donation. He says, "Do I gotta get a sig figure in the mock now?" I think. I mean, if you hit $15, yes, you do. I think
there you go.
He says, "Now, P.S. I'm watching Attack of the Clones right now, and yesterday I watched The Phantom Menace. That is nice, awesome. Let us know what you think about Attack of the Clones." But yeah, so yeah, okay, I can see where you're coming from when it comes to Dooku. When I was younger, I liked him a lot because I didn't have his Lego minifigure. Like, I remember, like, I guess when I was younger, I had this kind of irrational infatuation with Episode 2 because I had the least amount of Lego sets from it, and that's actually probably the case to this day. But like when I was a kid, it made me just so much more interested in Episode 2 stuff because I felt like we got so little of it when it came to Lego sets, and like Count Dooku was a part of that. Like I didn't have a Count Dooku minifigure at all when I was a little kid. I mean, because he didn't have very many, but yeah, I remember like being like, oh, like I wish I had that minifigure. Like he's a cool villain. He's one of the like the only Sith figure that I didn't have.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean the prequels, you know, we love to bash them, but there are some good things about it, and we would not be getting the amount of content that we do get without the prequels being made. So
yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, it's hard to say like where Star Wars would even be today. Like I honestly, like without the prequels, I don't think any more films are made. At least not like any time in a reasonable like timetable. Because
I agree.
You know, like Disney. I mean, I think without the prequels, like Star Wars just isn't as popular now, you know, so many years after the originals. Like it probably still has a big following, but like it isn't as often talked about. And like as much as people would like say, you know, the prequels ruin things, I think like the drama of the prequels like kind of revitalized Star Wars. Like it, like because people love to talk about them. It's, you know, like
yeah.
Like, if there's one thing that can really drive conversation about certain thing, it's like it's criticism, and people love to debate, you know, is this good or bad in the prequels? So it definitely kind of revitalized Star Wars in my opinion.
Dude, what's so funny? I saw your donations coming through, so I'm assuming you're doing pretty good already. But my super chat button in chat is literally like glowing, asking me to donate.
Wow, I wonder if mine's doing that.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like a thing when people donate and it's like just asking, like it's like telling you, "Hey, look, buddy, I'm over here.
Hey, look at me. Hey, look at me." Wow. Come on, hold on. Let me say.
You got to be close to like. Are you over 100 already?
I haven't been counting. It's too difficult.
Because I mean, you got 60. That was the biggest thing. You got 10 to start off, right?
I would say
you're probably over 100.
Hold on. We got one from SW Brick 75. He says the look on Mace Windu's face after he decapitates Jango Fett and sees Boba's reaction is priceless. Yo, like as a kid, that was so sad. Like I felt so bad for Jango, like, and Boba too, obviously.
True.
Like,
True.
Oh my god, like why do you have to get of all things? Why decapitate it?
Yeah, why not just like a little like just go to sleep? You know, not just like a complete just beheading.
Yeah, just like I don't know. That just seemed like a bit much. George was just had no chill when it came to like family and Star Wars and killing people. Also, I thought it was a little too far that Anakin choked Padme. I wasn't a big fan of that. It was too close to domestic violence in my opinion.
It was just like it wasn't even that for me. It just felt out of place. Like, okay, yeah, I know he's super evil, but he still has no reason to choke her. Like,
yeah. At this point, the whole reason,
like she's pregnant. Like she's pregnant. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Exactly. But this is a prequel praise stream. We won't.
True. I'm sorry. I take that back.
The crazy Josh says, "What's your opinion on the Darth Jar Jar theory? Do you have any strong opinions on that?"
Fake news, guys.
Okay, Fake news. There we go. That is
Yeah.
the gist of my feelings towards it.
Let's see. I saw a question from Julie. Brickwiz, what is your next mock? Tell us. Y'all gonna have to wait, guys. Y'all have
Guys,
to wait.
I'm selling the Brickwiz's next month.
Jay gets $1,000 in super
If I get
chat. I'll give
$1,000
him permission to tell you.
donations.
Yeah.
I'll tell you it. Honestly, I don't know what his next mock is. I know what it might be, but I don't know what he's settled on.
You know, like my two options.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So if anything, I honestly haven't even 100% decided yet. So I'm still in the process of planning out when like bulk will come and stuff like that. So
I feel you. Have you seen that new picture that JJ Abrams posted earlier?
on what platform?
He posted it on Twitter. I can
Twitter.
show you real quick. Basically, they wrapped filming episode 9.
Oh.
And it's a picture of the 3 main protagonists from the new trilogy standing together in what looks like a desert.
Yeah. Oh, they're hugging, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's this right here. And if there's a really big battle scene in a desert, I know I'll be prepared because I got plenty of tan parts.
Yeah, I might have a problem. Well, I still probably have a problem with that. Great. A desert battle. Oh, I really hope it's not a desert battle, though. I want it to be something more exciting than freaking. Oh my, bro! If it's on Jakku, I'm gonna cry.
I wouldn't mind it being on Jakku. I think that'd actually be kind of cool. Like the Battle of Jakku seemed like a cool idea. So if they, I mean, it's not ideal, but I wouldn't be upset.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, it would make a lot of like sense because it's where the Empire was destroyed officially. So you would think if the First Order is going to be destroyed, you would think it's going to happen on Jakku as well.
Right, yeah. Imagine Jakku is just like this wasteland of Imperial and First Order ships.
That
might.
But then it's gonna be like another crate where it's just like not that much stuff to kind of do. And
hey, crate had plenty to do.
Yeah, I'm talking about terrain though. It was just
terrain. You face literally that same problem with Hoth.
Yeah,
that's problem with most battles.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it because that meant I spent less. I mean, I still spent quite a bit of money on the terrain. Like, don't get it wrong. Like, the crate terrain was not easy to do. Like if it was Hoth, it would have actually gone a lot quicker building the terrain for crate. But like in terms of what's visually interesting, I definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
The craze Josh sent out to him for the $1.99 donation. He says, "Would you ever do a collab with Solid Brick Studios, bro? Have you heard of this guy called Solid Brick Studios? Everyone keeps saying I like copying his crate mock, but like, I don't even know who that is,
bro. He sounds like he needs a shout out. Should we help him out? Maybe.
Yeah, guys, go check out Solid Brick Studios. He's clearly trying to gain clout from our channels,
bro. I know at Virginia, me, you, Chris, and David like all briefly discussed the thought of doing like some sort of collab.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely happen one day. Like,
yeah,
it's just a matter of timing.
Yeah, you gotta think like we all live in really opposite areas of the continent. We have Chris in Canada, we have Jay and Garrett down in Texas, and then me and David in the general Northeast area. So it's kind of like hard to plan out something, and then especially with Chris flying, like he can't really drive to Virginia. So I mean, I'm sure one day it'll happen. I just don't think it's going to be this year. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be this year.
I think we'd probably have to wait for like an off year where there's no film coming out, so we can just literally do anything we want.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think Scarif would be a good candidate.
I would love to return to Scarif. That'd be I love, dude. I could literally build Scarif every day, and I'd
agree.
Be so happy.
A large portion of my lug bulk this year was for the potential redoing of Scarif.
Really?
Yeah, I got some like water stuff. I got some tree stuff. Like, we'll see.
Bro, maybe collab.
Oh, who knows? That could be my next mod. Could be Scarif for all you guys know.
Yeah, exactly.
Tito Colop, shout out. He says Brickwiz is very underrated. I can agree with that.
My boy Tito. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to Brickwiz. Guys, if you aren't subscribed to the Brickwiz, go do that.
Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah. Video's almost done uploading too.
Bailey's Brick says, I'm sure they actually built a prop of Django's severed head and filmed a scene of it rolling along the ground, falling by Bubba's horrified face. He was cut for rating. Was cut for rating reasons. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that was cut. That would have been way too much.
Yeah. That would have been like, whoa.
Like, bro. What did I
take a break?
Yeah.
Let's take a break. Come on, Georgie. Let's relax here.
Yeah. Come on now, George.
Scarif 3.0, bro. If we did another Scarif, that'd be the third time. I'd be so happy though, because I'd actually like.
Did you do Scarif twice?
Yeah. So when I first started my YouTube, that was my fourth video. I think I was the first big Scarif on YouTube. It wasn't good at all, but it got views.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I think it has like 30-something thousand views. So it was pretty good.
Okay.
That's what jump started me. It was pretty bad, and then later on that year, I did it again, a little much better, but still not as good. And then if I were to do it again,
so we literally have both the Scarif twice.
Yes.
All right, bro. Scarif 3.0. We can third time.
Let's do it.
All right. So Screaming Seagull says, "One of you better build Camino or collab it." I would actually love to build Camino. That's among the top.
Yeah.
Like prequel.
It's just a very difficult landscape to capture, depending on what you want to do, whether or not you want to do the platforms or if you want to do the interior.
Right, yeah. I think if I did it, I'd probably base it. I mean, I kind of go back and forth on this. Like, part of me wants to do it based on the episode 2 film because I have that Jango Fett Slave 1. And then the other part of me wants to do it like from Battlefront because there's just so much happening on that map for Battlefront 2 specifically. Like, Battlefront 2. But yeah.
You know what I think would be super cool to make? A massive Battlefront 2 Yavin.
Yeah, dude, hold on. I keep like pushing on this one wall and it keeps flying backwards. I keep forgetting it's not very strong right now.
But that'd be so cool to make. And maybe not even the Yavin base because everyone does that. Maybe if you remember Battlefront 2, that first wave where it's like those 3 turrets, one in the middle and then 2 on either side, and there's just like ruins of buildings. Like that would be so cool to make.
Yavin would be fun. I mean, because it's like the buildings are cool and the fact that it's all kind of in this forest. Anything with foliage is fun to make with Lego, in my opinion. Yeah. It always looks good.
Oh yeah, Brickvault's building a huge job. I forgot.
Yes, they are. I mean, I've been trying to keep up with that. Enthard says the Colossus would make a great mock. Yes, it would. That's from Resistance. It's like the main, I guess, I don't know how you describe it. I guess a spaceport. It's not even really a spaceport, but it's just it's the main location of that.
Gotcha.
It's pretty dope. I would totally mock that too.
Yeah, I'm just very excited for Logbook. I'll finally be able to order a whole bunch of parts, and so excited. I think I get the final list Monday, so that's all I'm doing sweet. Monday.
That's awesome. What was what were your 2 parts that you decided on?
I think I chose 1x2 transparent tile.
Okay, because I chose 1x4 transparent tile.
Okay, yeah. And
so we could probably like trade some, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then I think the second part was like some tree foliage or something, like the leaf thing.
I feel you.
That's like 25 cents.
I ended up getting like 8 of the parts from my list because like there were good parts that other people wanted as well.
Yeah.
So I was actually quite happy about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Although, so it comes in like August, though, right? Like late August.
The delivery window I heard of was from July to December. So
you're kidding.
I'm not at all. Last time I got mine, it was December when we got ours last year. So
damn.
I know. Yeah, like don't. That's why it's like if you're doing lug bulk, like plan it for your next mock because you're not gonna get it in time for your.
Yeah, all the stuff that I put on my list is for the next mock. I'll probably I plan on doing obviously my next mock, right, and then whatever episode 9 is, and then after that I do have a plan, and then all my parts that I'm ordering are gonna be for that plan. So it's,
for sure.
It's kind of far off, but
I feel you. So we got the Crazed Josh once again with a donation. Ooh. Wow, Dagobah or Endor? I gotta go with Endor. Like Dagobah's cool, but it seems just so much more contained than Endor.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in Dagobah really. Endor is just like a massive planet. There's indigenous Ewoks and then there's the invading Imperials. So I think it's just a cooler combination. What's up, Lego Spencer? Spencer, I saw your comment on my community post, bro. The video's uploading right now, fam. Hang in there.
Your minifigure video?
Yeah, I forget what I posted on my community tab, but I'm like, I've been sick, whatever, and I'm like deleting videos, and he commented something pretty funny. I have to look it up. He's like, oh, that's whack. I need Lego content or something like that. Let me look at it. It was pretty funny. I hearted it.
So Creed, I invited you. Did you not get the invite? Creed says, no disrespect to the Wizard of Bricks, but are we getting more boyos on here?
I'm gonna bounce out in like a minute. I got family coming over. So
okay, yeah, that's cool.
Spencer,
you didn't invite Creed. I'll send it again.
Spencer commented, "Week period. I need Lego videos," and I said, "Coming tomorrow, buddy. Hang in there."
I've been finding myself like feeling that way too. Like I'll just be like looking for Lego stuff to watch.
Yeah,
I'll be like, why hasn't Matt uploaded a video today? He needs to
bro.
get on
I
the
went this
thing.
I went almost 5 days without uploading. That's like a sin for me, man. I
Dude,
don't like
all you
that.
do is stream on Twitch now. What's wrong with you?
Bro, I stream on Twitch at night.
You still could be recording a video at that time.
But like, I was just too sick, and I hate sounding like. Trust me, I could not like.
Okay, Matt. Okay.
Well, to be honest, I had 4 viewers on Twitch, so I didn't really have to talk, and I was just playing games. So
fair enough.
yeah, trust me, I don't like taking breaks longer than 2 days for videos, so I was trying to find a way to do it.
All right.
Yeah, trust me, I was out there trying.
I just want to see you grind.
Bro, I'm so excited for March, April, and then the summer, dude. March, we got North Carolina. April, we got some, hopefully, going to work out to be some pretty fun times.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Bro, yeah, hopefully. And then
that could be huge.
April, May, I plan on starting the next project. And then we got the Brick World, the Brick Fair. Oh, it's going to be a good time.
All right, Creed, I have invited you one more time.
Oblivious Stormtrooper, we don't tolerate sub to PewDiePie advertisements here.
Yeah, this is a pro T-Series channel. Because I totally know what T-Series is.
Spencer, I believe we're both doing Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Garrett as well.
He better.
Yeah, for real, he better. Like what?
Dude, he's not even going to Brick Fiesta. I'm so salty.
What? So you're going to go by yourself or with Cena?
Hopefully with Cena. You know, Cena's I feel like I'll probably end up having to go by myself, but I'm hoping at least Cena will come.
He should. I feel like he'll come. To be honest. So you're just gonna bring whatever you have left of the next one, or whatever you have done, or you're just gonna go
exactly.
for the. Okay. Gotcha.
Exactly. I have about like 4 months, so it should be something.
You should make something pretty good. Oh, Star Wars Brick 75, big meetup at Virginia. I actually want to run this by. We have a group chat with me, Jay, Garrett, Ryan, and David, and even Chris too. We've been talking to Chris a lot lately, which I'm happy about. We were all planning on like setting up this really big like meet and greet. Obviously, if I did it by myself, I don't think I'd probably get many people. But if we all did it together, we'd probably have a pretty cool turnout. So I wanted to put something out there for Virginia. Outside the convention where we can meet up, probably just at like the Chick-fil-A or something because it's like right there. But but yeah, that's a good point. We were trying to we're gonna hopefully try and figure something out right there.
Would you not just want to do it there, or?
I do it there, but I'm like I know people probably want to maybe like do stuff outside the convention too.
Fair enough. We'll see.
So I mean, it all depends on what's around there too. I'm not too familiar with the area, but we'll figure something out.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, Creed. I'm just gonna email you a link to the. I hate it when this happens.
Yeah, it's annoying. Hangout sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Star Wars Brick says, "I feel like I know you all, but never met any of you in person." That's like, I've had people tell me that, and that's like one of the biggest compliments you can give me. If I'm
it's honest. It means we're, showing our personality through video, which is
we're not fake bots.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think all right, Creed. I sent you a link to the video. I mean, to the stream. You get the point. Oh, never mind. I sent it to me. Hold on. I'm not good with computers, guys.
You're a computer science major.
Yeah.
That's not how the Force works.
That's not how the Force works. And Lego Soldier 82 Brick Fiesta is going to be in Austin. Lego Spencer says you could do it outside the convention for people that maybe aren't attendees. Do it on a public day outside of the hall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I mean, Spencer, I'm assuming you've gone to Virginia much more than me. I'm trying to think what's over there.
Let's meet up at the Walmart, bro. We can go try to swoop some sets.
Let's all go deal hunting at the Walmart.
There we go. Bro, that's what we should do. Collecting bricks, I'm pretty sure Matt said fake thoughts, not fake bots. Or wait, did you say fake bots?
No, I said fake thoughts.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Thoughts. TH thoughts.
Lego Soldier, it's July 4th weekend. Tito Colop says prequels would have been better with Stan Lee. Bro, imagine if Stan Lee played Count Dooku. That would have been legit.
Rest in peace to the man, dude. Spencer, you've never been to Virginia. Oh, I mean, I know you live near Chicago, so I can kind of understand that. I just thought you would have been there.
I thought he lived in California. Creed, is that you?
Yeah.
It's about time.
What's up, my boy?
Whoa, say that again.
It is I.
There you go. It's his eye. C3PO.
All right. I'm going to bounce, guys. Thank you for having me on.
All right. See you, little Liz.
We will set up something for the future weeks. All right.
All right. So collecting bricks, are you going to go to Brick Fiesta? It'll just be me and you there, apparently, because everyone else can't go. Anyways, what's up, Creed? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
So you ready to praise some prequels? I'll take that as a yes. So
yeah.
What was the first prequel film that you saw?
Ooh. I know that I saw episode 3 last. I can't remember if it was episode 1 or 2.
Did you like episode 3 when you were younger?
Episode 2.
No, I was saying, did you like episode 3?
Oh, episode 3. I thought it was fun.
Okay, fair enough. All right, that's a good compliment, I guess. What is your favorite prequel quote? And not just because it's funny, but like an actual good quote. I guess it could be funny, but like, what is your unironic prequel?
I'll pick out a main one because I can't remember.
Oh my god! You came to this stream unprepared. I am disappointed.
Pretty much.
That's cool. So when I was younger, I remember like having conversations with one of my instructors, one of my teachers, and I remember just being like, "Oh, like episode 3 is obviously the best film. The old ones are overrated," and it's weird to look back on that now. But I think child me was really fascinated by a lot of the ideas of the prequels, right? Like the large battles, the fact that the Jedi they were like an organized institution, and so there were so many of them. And like as a fan, you have to think like it's cool that we at least, while it wasn't executed maybe the way I would have liked for it to have been executed, it is still cool that we got to see that in some capacity. Like, because obviously in the originals we see Luke, Yoda, Obi-Wan, and that's pretty much it in terms of Jedi. But in the prequels, you got to see the height of the Jedi, I guess most would say.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lego Soldier 82 with the $7 donations. $7 donation. He says, "I'm glad you guys were able to find positive aspects about the prequels. I know they weren't perfect and it had its flaws." Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to be more positive boyos. Roanoke Candy, are you in Texas or Chicago? I am in Texas. I'm going to Brickworld, Chicago, though. Maybe that's where you got confused. But what were you saying, Creed?
Can we just appreciate Puppet Yoda in episode 1?
Do you actually like Puppet Yoda in episode 1?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because I watched the original trilogy first, and when I'm just comparing Yoda in episode 6 to Yoda in episode 1. The puppets are
like what happened? Like, did they just lose the puppet from the like? Why does episode 1 Puppet Yoda looks disgusting? Like, as much as I as much as I prefer the puppet Yoda in the originals, I am totally fine with like CG Yoda and the prequels because that puppet they had initially was not hot.
Absolutely not.
Lego Soldier 82 says also I can go to Brick Fiesta in Austin. That's close to me. All right, dope. Looks like I'll be rolling into Brick Fiesta 3 deep with collecting bricks and Lego Soldier 82. We can go have some in and out. But yeah, so how do you feel about Yaddle? Yaddle looked better as a puppet than Yoda did.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't understand how we can get Yoda so wrong, but Yaddle's so right.
Yeah, that's why they just got rid of it. I guess they didn't want to finish up the CG. They didn't want to have to recreate another CG Yoda species person. So they're just like, yeah, just have her killed off screen. That is one of the more perplexing things about the prequels, the fact that we see like so many Jedis on the council come and go inexplicably.
Yeah. Oh, there's also God, I can't. I think one of the council members were in episode. Oh, I can't remember. There's some weird thing with one of the council members where they were in it one moment, then not in the next, then back again. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, really? I wouldn't doubt that, but I don't know exactly who it is. All right, see you, Lego Soldier 82. Thanks for coming through, man, and very special thanks for the donations. Have fun on your date. Enthard says, why was Yaddle made? Killed the mystery around Yoda. I would agree with that if this were not the prequel praising stream. We're only saying nice things about the prequel.
Yeah. You know, so the Jedi Council.
What was your favorite ship from the prequels?
Ooh. Well, right now I'm looking at my Republic gunship.
There you go. I don't know what it is about the Republic gunship, but it is just I feel like that thing is just universally beloved. Like I've never met someone who was like, yeah, I don't like the Republic gunship. Yeah.
I think most of like the vehicles in the prequels looked so good.
Yes, absolutely.
One thing I can really praise the prequels for is how unique a lot of the designs are.
Yes.
I really like the Phase 1 clones.
Phase 1 clones are my favorite clones.
I like mainly because of the helmet with the fin.
Yes. Oh,
like,
yeah.
So different compared to like other, like sort of space sci-fi.
Yeah, no, everyone else had just bucket heads.
Yeah, but with like, it's weird in episode 3 how they just decided to make them look more like generic sci-fi troopers.
Right. Man, I love me some Phase 1 clone troopers. I'm trying to amass a decent-sized army of them.
Yeah. We still need more Phase 1 clone battle packs.
Yes, I think I have 18 of those now. I try to buy them pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Enthard says his favorite ship is the Naboo N1. That was my favorite ship when I was younger. Like that one, like even when I wasn't really into Star Wars, I like that ship. I always remembered that ship from when I saw it when I was really little. Oblivious Stormtrooper says the prequels get extra points for our baby Fortuna being in episode 1. I guess he means Babe Fortuna, but yes, yes, that was the best cameo in all of the prequels.
Wasn't in episode 1 Herodian that was Anakin's friend and people thought it was like Greedo or something?
Yes. Greedo in episode 1 was really goofy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Does the pod racer count? Yeah, sure. Hamburg City Brick says, you all grew up with the prequels, so you cannot know how it was only having the originals back in the days. I mean, I can't imagine it was bad. Like, the originals were pretty good films.
Yeah. I mean, I original trilogy first.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of different compared to other people.
I mean, I always tell people, like, if the prequels never happened, if the sequels never happened, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Like, the originals are that good, you know?
I think the overall story of the prequels is okay, but the execution was just so poor.
Hey, we're not bashing the prequels, man. We're only saying, instead of saying execution was
I
poor,
did say the overall story was decent.
instead of saying, oh, the execution was poor, instead try saying something along the lines of, like, the execution was not as bad as it could have possibly been.
Yes, let's go with that.
There you go. I like trains and games. Says anyone else excited for the new Kashyyyk set? I'm excited to get the trench. I guess you mean the like barricade thing, and that actually is pretty cool. I like that in that set. Are you excited for that set?
I think it looks good. I see people like talking about the size of a walker. Doesn't really bother me too much. I just think it looks very good.
My biggest problem is it's just too big. All the ATRTs are always just way too big.
I think like the upcoming like Star Wars wave is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I can see people's complaints though, especially with like, the Snowspeeder and just some of the trailers, I think.
Don't even get me started with the Snowspeeder.
I think it's not a bad wave. It's just I don't know. I think because of like the added anniversary figures, it like what why people are kind of turned off with like that Imperial Battle Pack.
Right,
Kind of,
yeah.
I think the Slave One is good, but I think it's kind of too soon considering UTS Slave One is just about to retire.
Yeah, my guess behind that would just be the Slave One sold really well, and they didn't want to not have one on the shelves. Which brings up the point, okay, why not make Jango's? And they certainly could have, but I would assume that I'm guessing Boba's just sells better than Jango's, which would not be surprising.
Yeah.
It's just been so long since we've gotten Jango's. That would have been a nice, refreshing thing for them to do.
How like long ago was it since you got Django Slave One?
That would have been 2002, I believe, when episode 2 first came out.
Ooh.
I know, that's crazy to think about. Tepeters, or Tip, I don't know how, Tip Peters 24 says the storyline of Palpatine manipulating Anakin is probably my favorite part of the prequel story. I think I like that for the most part. I like that up until the point where, you know, he finally kind of brings him over, but doesn't really fulfill on his promise.
Yeah.
Which I guess, you know, could make him seem more evil, but I feel like it hurts more. It hurts Darth Vader more than it like would make Palpatine seem evil.
Yeah. I kind of like the Palpatine being Anakin's sort of power figure since he's only obviously.
Yeah, it was honestly kind of genius. Like,
yeah,
planting the seeds of doubt in his mind.
Just made Palpatine more like sinister.
Yes, absolutely. Sinister, just like you.
Ah, yes. Intentional one.
Oh my god. Yo, building mocks is hard. Honestly, the most difficult thing about working on this is just like trying to find a good place to sit and work on something. Because it's so big, I have to like float around this giant table in this room.
And I can't imagine having the patience to like make a mock that big.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I have it either, to be quite honest. I guess it never really occurs to me how big the mock is going to get until I'm like just too deep into it. And then it's like, okay, well, there's no turning back now.
Yeah, you come this far.
Exactly.
in this giant platform. You have to keep going.
Yeah. I wonder how people would feel if I was just like, guys, I don't feel like working on this anymore. I'm just going to film one last video about everything I've done, and then that'll be it.
Just retire.
Yeah, just retire. I'm done building. This is all I can handle.
Start doing death sticks.
I would never. That is a betrayal of the Boyo code. Next, try a U-shaped table. I wouldn't want to build. I don't know. I wouldn't. It would be convenient. I just wouldn't want to build a mock that looked like that. It would just look weird to me. I like mocks that are all in one cohesive kind of thing.
It'd be awkward for conventions as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't know. LOL, Jay, you responded wrong to his hello. What? Oh, he says never mind. Isaiah Coulon says on the last week's stream, you wanted to tell me what you thought of Lego Movie 2. It was probably one of my favorite movies ever, but it would be better if Sweet Mayhem ship was solid gold like mine. Have you seen the Lego Movie 2?
Not yet.
Okay, we won't talk about it then. I will say, overall, I was disappointed. That's all I'll say.
I never expected. I never expected it to be as good as the first film.
I don't know. Once you see it, we can discuss it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Boba Fett TV says, "What about the Rich Boy J attack on bricks?" I would never. The bricks are a system. What does he say? We cannot lose. Yeah, that's it. There we go. I totally know my prequel quotes.
I wish I knew your prequel quotes off by heart.
You just gotta watch them, bro. You gotta watch some Star Wars. Do you even watch Star Wars films?
Oh, I was lying this entire time. I'm not a real Star Wars fan.
Oof. That's the biggest anime betrayal of 2019. What's up, Death Trooper Mox? That is a very specific name. Tom Sithbrick says, "What are you building now?" I am working on the streets that the AT-AT walker walks down.
Yo, is that a Jawa battle pack?
Say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
A Jawa battle pack, I see.
Yeah, I was snatching some parts off of it.
Yes.
Because that's what I do. I snatch parts.
Or Jawa.
This thing was cute. It was nice. It was a cute little small sand crawler.
It did its job.
It's very slidable. Some people like ships that are swooshable. This is slidable.
Tatooine drift.
There we go, bro. That could be the best film ever.
just sand crawlers just racing each other. Use as Tatooine.
Dude, that would be dope. Have you seen the Robot Chicken episode where they're like jumping ramps in the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Bro, guys, Fast and the Furious Tatooine drift.
Yeah. That also reminds me of the AT-AT scene.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's so many of those. I know one where the guy's like on the toilet. Ogle says Starkiller base is almost done. I finally got another Praetorian Guard battle pack. Nice. The Jawies. Now this is pod racing. Or Utini. Do you think that Utini is actually a swear word in the Jawa language?
I think the Jawas are like little devils. But their yellow glowing eyes tell another story.
That is creepy. I wouldn't trust a Jawa with my children.
I want to trust the jar with my droid.
Appreciate that, Noah. Lego fan says, hi, I'm a new subscriber. Thank you very much. Man, I got this wall I've been building up. The other somewhat annoying thing about building for Vardos is constantly going back and forth to my bedroom to like pull up something from the video game.
Yeah. At least it's not something like Cray where I have to go in a multiplayer game. Just to
dude, that was the worst thing ever. Like for the ATM-6, that was really the best piece of reference material I could use to build it. And it was just impossible. For one, having to wait, and then two, trying to not get killed. The ideal set of scenarios was when like I would go on crate and be the first order, because basically towards the end of the mission, whenever everyone goes in the base, you can still stay outside as the first order and just hang around the walkers. So that's what I would do. Unless, of course, you lose the mission before that point.
Oh, yeah.
It happened to me, and I remember I was like, yes, finally gonna, get to see the ATM-6 after spending 45 minutes just trying to get into a game that was crate. And then you get in and you finally get to that part of the level, and it's like, oh, we already lost. Okay. All right, Jasper coming through with some knowledge. He says, Wikipedia says Utini means wow. Okay. Yeah, I know. Whenever my wife tells me she is pregnant, my reaction is going to be Utini.
Just say Utini from now on.
My reaction will either be Utini or Yeet. Entered says, yep, reference material for my current mock is pretty scarce, considering most of them are on track. Oh.
Is this mock Anakin?
That's what I was going to say.
Or Grievous?
Oh, no. Or the Jakku village from the beginning of the episode. It really does make you think, was it really necessary for them to just destroy that entire village? Like, they got Poe. They could have just left them all alone. I guess they wanted to send a message.
They were savage.
Don't screw with the First Order. I wonder how Poe felt about that. He got all those people killed.
He got lost on tech, got his head cut off.
That is, well, did his head really get cut off? I feel like it was kind of ambiguous as to what got sliced.
Means he got sliced, at least.
Yeah, he got messed up. So who would you say in Star Wars had the worst death? I'd say Grievous is pretty up there.
Yeah, Grievous was just his death. Like when everyone shoots him in his was she shoot like his weird chest?
Yeah, and his like flames come out of his eyes. Like, oh, jeez,
like a cartoon death.
Yeah, that looks painful.
I need to think of all the deaths that happened.
I'd say, Django had a sucky death. It was quick. His head just gets chopped off. It wasn't like a long drawn out pain.
Bob was like death in quotation marks. Was so
yeah. As far as I'm concerned, Boba's dead. I want to go out. Enthred says Mace. Yeah, Mace. He's up there too. Do you think as he got thrown, like as he was falling, he was still like being electrocuted? That would suck.
Yeah. Electrocuted, arm cut off.
Jeez.
Hitting the ground.
Falling thousands of feet.
Yeah.
Jeez,
It took him days, Steven. reach the ground.
He's to this day he's still falling. No, he just fell all the way to the core of Coruscant and then went out the other side.
The Emperor is still floating in space to this day.
Yes. Too bad he wasn't as powerful as Leia, or else he could have floated away.
Oh yeah, thinking about that now, it seems a bit silly.
Yeah. Everett says, can't wait to resupply on Lego fedoras, whips, and shoulder bags. For your Indiana Jones mock? I like Trains and Games says, we shall send a message to the whole new republic by destroying a minuscule village on a remote planet in the Outer Rim. Yes, that will totally work. Basically. Loose Brick said the younglings had the worst death. Aww.
Oof.
Actually, I think that Praetorian guard that gets cut right through the forehead had the worst death.
Oh. I remember that, but that sounds brutal.
Yes, it was. Actually, no. I changed my mind. The Praetorian guard that got thrown into the fan in the floor and ground up into little pieces. There was so many brutal deaths in that sequence. Like, holy crap.
I think there was a Praetorian guard that got a lightsaber right through his face.
Yes.
Oh.
Or the one where like Rey like pulls his chain up through his legs and like through his jeez.
I forgot how brutal that scene was.
They destroyed them like battle droids.
What if a Praetorian guards were droids all along?
Yeah.
Who else died in Star Wars?
Han had a pretty painful death, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah. Being stabbed through his stomach and having to fall into an abyss.
And then the planet blows up.
Yeah.
I can imagine Han's like laying there, like with his communicator being like, Chewie, can you hear me? Chewie, can you hear me? And then all of a sudden he starts hearing explosions and he's like, oh God. Oh God, boom.
Oh my God. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
Now, the worst death in Star Wars is that porg that Chewie cut up.
Who?
That one porg that Chewie cut up.
Oh, yeah. Anthony says Yoda probably had the best old age. I'd say either him or Luke. No, Obi-Wan. I'd say Obi-Wan probably had the best death. Or the least painful death.
Yeah.
He went out on his own terms. He was just like, all right, I'm out. Deuces. Oblivious Stormtrooper says Jabba was brutal. That's actually a really good point. He got freaking choked out.
Yeah.
What if Solo comes back in episode 9? That would be ridiculous.
Well,
I can be the Star Wars character I've seen come back from the dead that I was happy about, to be quite honest. What do you think?
What if Han Solo just comes back as a Force girl? Oh, so dumb. What if in episode 9 the Resistance just resurrects all the Porgs that died in an army of undead Porgs?
They just reset everything. They do a reverse Thanos snap.
It'd be like in Lord of the Rings.
And third says Poe. What about Poe?
yeah, Dooku.
Dooku had a pretty awful death. I'm surprised he why was he not screaming in agony when his arms got
Surprisingly.
That would have made that scene so much better if like he gets his hands cut off and he's just like and then like
Yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan are trying to have a conversation. I mean, Anakin and Palpatine are trying to have a conversation. Meanwhile, he's just screaming in agony. He's like, and then Palpatine's going to kill him, and Anakin's like, it's not the Jedi way. And then Count Dooku's like, please kill me. I have so much. Make this pain leave me. I want to be free of this pain. And he's just like, I don't know, man. It's not really the Jedi way. And he's just like, oh my God, okay, I'll do it myself. In this suffering, that would have been great.
Yeah. He's just so. It's just to watch Dooku get both of his hands cut off. But
Yes.
no reaction. I'd say more as a big
What's up,
Honda.
H2 Britzik? Alert General Hawks and stop that fighter. Loose Brick says, what about Porkins? Yeah. Porkins had it rough.
The creature Jar Jar was riding during the Naboo battle.
How did it die? I don't remember.
Me neither. I need to do a rewatch of the Star Wars films just to know these things.
Yes, there you go.
Thanks.
Meme Lord says, I just saw Brick Wiz's minifig collection, and I think you should do one too. I would. That would be a lot of work for me because like most of my figures are up on my wall, so having to take them down and then I don't know. It would be a while before I did something like that. I think he got shot and Jar Jar landed on the gun barrel. Oh, that's how he ended up on the AAT, I guess. Says, was just about to go head to bed after trying to put together a mock idea. Still don't know what I'm to do. Dude, you have so many clones. Figure it out. Tiny Film Production says, if you were in the Rebel Alliance, would you be a pilot or a ground troop? Good question. I don't know. Where am I least likely to die? Maybe as a ground troop. I feel like most of the pilots usually bite the dust.
Yeah. You'd be left floating in space.
Enter, are you able to come on? Jasper Knudsen says, what about the one stormtrooper in Rebels who asked Callus, first time encountering a Jedi, sir? Callus kicks him in the face and he falls to his death. Dude, Callus was such a savage at the beginning.
Yeah.
H2 Break says, bro, I want to do something actually good. No offense to all the clone kids. Oof. Wow, that's some shade.
Don't disrespect clones.
What fighter would I want to fly? I'd fly an X-Wing. X-Wings are fast. And they're cool.
I'd fly an A-Wing.
Would you pull a kamikaze?
Maybe no. Got some sick tricks though.
Custom Brick Creation says Callus is actually a great character with awesome development. I agree. I love Callus. Or should I say Crix Nadine?
We didn't get to see him much after he defected, I don't think.
Meme Lord says, I disagree with you about the 2009 being overrated because it was good. Okay, delete the comment. What's up, General Hux? Alert General Hux and stop that fighter. AAT. Okay. It's too big. It's too big. It's too big. Yeah, Callus was a great character. One of the highlights of Clone Wars, I'd say. What if episode 9 Rey is grandma?
What?
What did I just read? The guest is Sinister Creed. So, how excited are you for the next Resistance episode? It looks like it's gonna start. It's gonna happen pretty close to episode 7.
What I've been waiting for since this off started.
I agree. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
It's been getting so interesting with each episode. Just
Yeah.
First order.
Dude, I'm just thoroughly enjoying Resistance. Like every time I get to watch an episode, it makes me so happy.
Oh yeah. just waiting for the episode.
Spread some prequel love. If you want to come on, send that email.
I'm just waiting for the episode where Kaz has to watch his entire home get destroyed.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I guess I was wrong. There's no danger at all. Boom. Jay, are you still gonna make a video on the custom ATSC in your Vardos mock? Yes, I've been meaning to. There's some parts I need to switch out on it. It's not in the ideal condition right now. What do you think of Chairman Papanoida? I don't know.
Who?
It's the George Lucas character, the blue guy.
Oh, right.
I have no strong feelings about him either way.
Yeah, watching the Clone Wars, I really. Let's
you know what I would love to see?
Well,
I would love to see J.J. Abrams put Ryan Johnson in episode 9 as a character and have him, like, I don't know, kill Luke or something. I don't know. Like, there's like Force Ghost, Luke pops up and Ryan Johnson comes in.
Have Ryan kill Lando.
Andrew, are you able to come on? I don't know if you're listening to the stream or not, but I'd love to have you on, my guy.
Imagine if they put Ryan in episode 9, but he killed Lando. Like,
Yeah, there you go. That would be great.
People's reaction will be.
He would be like a First Order general. He'd pull out a pistol.
Yeah.
Tiny Film Productions. Impression of. Sure. There we go. I don't know if I have the teeth for it, but basically, 4th level, thousands of battle droids. There you go. Did I get your email? I haven't checked my phone. Hold on, let's see. I don't think so.
Let's name our top 5 best obscure prequel characters.
All right, sure, we can do that. And it says Not today, but soon. Oh, okay. I understand. Okay, obscure prequel characters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Sly more. She's the bald chick that hangs out with Palpatine.
Ooh. Oh yeah. The Baron.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, I didn't know she was an Umbaran until like pretty recently.
Yeah. I just thought she was this old lady.
Yeah, yeah. Slime War's pretty cool. Tiny Film Productions has been Quadraneros is mine. That's the thing. Like, a lot of the Pod Racer guys are obviously obscure characters, but they're not for me because I've just watched that sequence so many times. Like, it's always surprising to me when people don't know their names. What would have to happen in episode 9 for you to dislike the new trilogy? Prequel dialogue. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be praising the prequels. I don't know. Any number of things. Does Mon Mothma count? I mean, she's obscure. I wouldn't say she's obscure though, because like she's like people know her.
Yeah.
Can you give us a hint on the next mock? No. Only because I can't think of a good one.
I think my fifth obscure prequel character is that guy from Utapau. Everyone meets.
Which one? Oh,
yeah, I can never remember his name.
Bro, you gotta study. That's what you need to do. Just pull up
need to
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
You know what honestly helped me? Like I wasn't good at names at all initially, but one of my good friends like collects a lot of the Star Wars figures, and they make figures of literally everybody. So if you're into that, like it's pretty easy to know characters. So I would always just watch Star Wars with him, and like every new character I would see or every person whose name I didn't know, I would pause and be like, "What's that guy's name?" And he would tell me, and then like as I started watching more by myself, like I would pause, like if I saw a new character, and then just look up like what their name was, and that helped me familiarize myself with a lot of the characters.
I just need to spend hours and hours on Wikipedia.
It's a good way to spend your time. All right, it looks like we're going to bring on Garrett to Paul. So I'll send him an invite, and once he comes on, I will bid you farewell, my boyo Creed. But until then, we can talk about our favorite obscure prequel characters. All right, invitation has been sent. Oblivious Stormtrooper says, "Oh, I forgot Shaggy." Yeah.
Yaddle is definitely in my top 5.
Ugh. Yaddle is a thought.
Well.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk about your woman like that. All right, custom brick creations or productions. I forget exactly what it is. I sent you the invite.
Yarel Poof.
Yes.
5. It's like a discount coming Owen.
Yeah, basically.
In very came first.
He's like a dirty Kaminoan.
Yeah.
Oppo Rancisis. I didn't get it. I'm gonna email you the link because Hangouts be tripping. Link has been emailed. Can you do an impression of Fodes Bede? And I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry, I have no clue who that is.
I just looked up obscure Star Wars characters and I did not know Pal from Rogue One had a full name.
Oh, what is Pow's full name?
I cannot pronounce it.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Oh, it says the two-headed monster of the Potter suit is the side-to-side head. Oh, okay. The announcer guys.
yeah. You need to see this for yourself because it's ridiculous.
Send it to me on Instagram. All right, Garrett to Paul, I sent the invite. You should have gotten it or emailed it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a notable thing that they say. I don't know. Give me some time. I'll have to think about that. All right.
There we go. Sent.
I'm going to try to pronounce this, guys.
Good luck.
Oh my God. There's no way.
I know.
There's no way that's real. This guy's name is Powdock Drama Takat Sap Directi Nick Linke T Kivef Nick Nesevef Likek. Like, what the heck?
His name starts with Pal and ends with Pal.
No, it says AKA Pow. That's what I when I first saw it. I was like, wait, does it start and end with Pow? But no, it just says AKA Pow at the very end. Do I like the original 2003 Clone Wars? Yes, I do. That was the first Clone Wars I saw. Oh no, little Skywalker is stalled. Just like Thrawn's full name. Can you pronounce what is Thrawn's full name?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just taking forever for some reason. Hold on. Okay, no problem. Custom Brick Creations. All right, SW Bricks. He says got ribs to get off the grill. That sounds like a good evening. Mithrarenodo. That's not nearly as bad as Pow's name, but that is ridiculous. Dude, Pow's name is insane. Like, why would they do that? I really do hope we get a minifigure at some point of the that Padres character, the announcer guy. That would go. That would be ideal for my Padres smock. He was in what's it called? The Freemaker Adventures. So I don't know. There's
any reason to get more Star Wars early modes?
I was hoping we would because like the I think Quaternaros was in it as well.
Yeah. I just want to bend Quaternaros for you.
Bro, that would be amazing. General Hux says, Jay, are you actually building? Yeah, I am actually. I've gotten a decent amount of work done. And the Voltarine 327 and his K29 Wasp. I feel like I remember I remember them saying the names of the pod racers more than I remember their actual like lines in the film. Bede and Fode. I guess that's the short version of their name. It says Zuckus was in Freemakers and now we're getting him. Was he really? I don't remember that.
My boy Zuckus.
I wouldn't say that influenced him being in that Slave 1 set, though. The Slave 1 set seems to be its own little thing.
I'm just happy we're getting Zuckus.
Yes. I got to figure out how I'm going to get him because I don't want to buy that set. Do you have the UCS Slave one?
No.
Oh. So will you get the new Slave one?
And see if we can afford it.
All right.
I want it. I don't want to get that Zucker.
Says the Bounty Hunter speeder a while back was based on Freemakers. Yeah, that was. I don't know if I wouldn't say the Slave one was. If you were a Jedi during Order 66, what would you do? I would go to Master Skywalker and I would say, Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. What are we going to do? And then hopefully he would have a helpful suggestion.
I would lose the will to live.
Padme is such a dope. Are we all in agreement that Padme is a thought? Chancellor Finis Valorum, a Star Wars story. I totally forgotten that he showed back up in Clone Wars. I think they go ask him about. He's in that the Sifo Dyas episode.
Oh yeah, I know he is.
I had totally forgotten about that.
There's a lot of
Great name though, Finis.
Forget things happen in Clone Wars.
Finis Valorum.
Finis. Almost as bad as Sheev.
Why do all chancellors have dumb names? Finis and Sheev. Fern Lover says, can we get a date and time for the prequel debate? That's a good question for the Brick Whiz. I think we're actually still trying to work that out, to be honest. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. What's up, Jam Brick Studios? Stop, Jay. You're making Sheev grieve. Okay. I'm so sorry. He ran in there to run, not to hide. I don't know why, but it's just so it's so weird listening to episode 2 whenever they think Zam's a dude initially. It just sounds so weird listening to it.
It's so weird knowing that Zam Russell is actually just an ugly alien creature.
Yes. She's a human character, though.
Yeah.
Trivia time. What 3 senators were in the running for new chancellor in episode 1? I have no idea.
I don't think anyone cared about the politics in episode 1.
Do they actually mention them by name? Looks like custom brick
I
production.
think I finally got this working.
There we go. Look who
Hey, there we go.
joined the club.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
What's going on, man? Have you come to spread the holy gospel about the prequels?
I have indeed. I actually have some pretty nice things to say about them, believe it or not.
What? All right, let's get right to it. All right, so go ahead, man. What you got for us?
Well, I mean, first of all, I gotta say that whole scene with the clone army being created and how that all came about, the creative genius behind that, I really appreciated that whole scene.
Which you mean whenever they're when Obi-Wan visits Camino?
Yeah, basically how they don't know where it came from, but it ended up being Palpatine who orchestrated the whole thing. I thought the foresight in that, and then the ability to like come back and hit on that in episode 3 was really awesome.
Are we? I mean, so I'm not. I'm going to try my best to not make this bashing the prequels, but are we sure that like Palpatine's the one who orchestrated it? Because I don't feel like that was ever really answered in the prequels.
I mean, yeah, you do kind of have to like put some things up together yourself, which, you know, some people dislike in a movie. I think that's kind of, I think I like that in a movie. Maybe, you know, that's just me.
No, that's good. Like,
But,
I
like,
appreciate subtlety. I guess the thing for me is like in the Clone Wars, I feel like it is not implied that Palpatine had anything to do with them.
yeah, I don't know. Like I immediately put that together as like, especially with once Order 66 was actually issued, like that for me really like solidified it as like, oh, he actually did put this together, you know, and orchestrate this.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Sheepy's just a genius.
What was that?
Sheepy's just a genius.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually liked that whole thing. I mean, obviously, you know, everybody has their things, and I think the prequels definitely have some things to be desired in certain areas, but overall, I think they did a pretty good job of, at least if nothing else, setting up a really cool story.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
It was definitely not an easy feat. I mean, there's so much going on during the original trilogy. Obviously, there's a pretty big gap time-wise, but like to kind of set the stage for that in 3 films, I'd say it was not an easy thing to do. So it is cool.
No, and that's definitely where I give George some huge credit, was because he was able to do maybe not as good of a job as some of us would have liked, but he definitely gave us an awesome, you know, a brain teaser, really. Like this backwater planet of Tatooine is the source of this massive, well, actually of 2 massive galactic scale wars, you know.
Right. Absolutely. Hold on one second. Oblivious Stormtrooper says, dude, Jay, before I go, did you see you hit 13K subs? Yes, I did. Ooh. Your boy hit 13K.
But did they click the notification bell?
Don't remind me. Anyways, all right. So continue, Garrett. What else you got for us, man?
Well, I mean, when I first started watching Star Wars, the only ones I had ever seen was the originals, and then later on, I actually was introduced to the prequels, and there was a lot of hype around them. So when I saw them, I was kind of like, I was really ready to see what happened beforehand, and I hadn't seen episode 3 at all. So I had only seen episodes 1 and 2.
Right.
And so watching those was actually really cool. I mean, as a kid, I liked them a huge amount more than, you know, maybe than I like them now. But overall, I really thought he did a good job of setting something up that, I mean, in hindsight, you can always say, well, you could have done better. But in the moment, I think he really did a good job of overall portraying the story that needed to be told.
Fair enough. Do you wait, so you were a fan of Star Wars, and like, so you were a fan of Star Wars before the prequels came out, is what you were saying? Or you were a fan, you just didn't see the prequels until a while later?
No, I just didn't see them till later. I think they actually came out when I was, what would I be, in 3 or 4?
Oh, okay.
So they were still relatively new when I first started watching Star Wars.
I got you. Yeah, when episode 1 came out, I was 4. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know anything about Star Wars going into that.
Yeah. No, a lot of people dislike the CG and the use of that, and I don't know. I think it was a new technology, and I think it was something that George did as like, hey, I'm going to try this because why not? I mean, I'm making a space-themed movie. I should at least try and, you know, make it look more realistic.
Yeah, no, I mean, the fact that it pushed the envelope with CG is what allowed us to get a lot of like the large scale battles. Like, it had he decided, you know, I don't really want to try that, you know, it hasn't really been tested and proven yet. Like, I think the scale of the conflict would have been shrunken down much more due to just the limitations of the technology trilogy. So the fact that he was willing to go out and try things like that, I think, like, changed all of Star Wars. Like, because I mean, there's the fact that, you know, the Empire was obviously huge, but the conflicts we saw them involved in the original trilogy were relatively contained. But then you get to the prequels, and, you know, I think Episode 3 is probably the best insight to this. The fact that, you know, there's all these wars going on in different planets, so you have the ability to show off, you know, like, this conflict is just, it's insane. It's out of hand. There's so many places that are affected by this. So I can absolutely appreciate that.
No, and I totally agree with you there. Like, it's something that you couldn't have done otherwise. And, you know, I got to say that was definitely a good decision on his part as far as the prequels go.
I think my biggest problem with the CG is when it's used for, like, characters that could have otherwise have been real things.
I think using CG for the clones was...
Yeah, the fact that there was not a single clone that was real, yeah. I thought was a bit much.
They always looked off when, like, the actual actors.
No, I totally agree there, but I mean, it would have been really hard to have real actors being clones and then switch over and have the rest of them being CG and having, like, the stark difference between the real and the CG. I think that was...
I mean, most of them were helmeted, so I mean, I feel like,
yeah,
if you know, they didn't have to make all of them, but, like, you know, if the ones that were, like, very close in frame were real people, like, whenever Cody gets the message for Order 66, that could have very easily just been a real person in a suit. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think it would have been nice.
No, I agree with the fact that, like, single actors and single characters shouldn't be, like, CG'd if you can make them, especially when it's not hard to make them into, you know, some kind of an alien. Like, you got to think about the giant Jabba suit that was an actual real suit, you know? Yeah. And so when you put it in perspective of that, you know.
Control it or something like that.
What was that?
I said, I think it took, like, a dozen people at least to like, orchestrate that giant puppet. Probably more.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt it, but, you know, like that just showed that it could be done, though. And so it's like, when you put it in perspective to that, you know, you can think that any character can really be done in a real looking way.
Right. So who's your favorite character in the prequels?
Wow, that's a hard one. I got to think about that one for a minute.
All right, yeah, sure. Go ahead, take your time. Are there any that? So when I asked you that, like, even if it's not your favorite, who came to mind, like, as a possible contender?
You know, a lot of people give this guy hate, but Qui-Gon's actually one of my favorite characters from the prequels.
Okay, I can see that. I didn't think Qui-Gon. I mean, I didn't think it was a bad character. I just think I would have preferred if Obi-Wan was doing a lot of the things that he did, especially if they were just going to kill him off in the first film, anyways. It would have been nice to show Obi-Wan being that kind of wise figure and finding Anakin. But I just, my biggest problem, I feel like Qui-Gon happened at the expense of Obi-Wan.
No, I totally agree there. And that was one of the reasons I really liked him, was just the fact that he was somebody who was a Jedi, but, you know, the whole gray Jedi thing that he had going on was that, you know, that there's balance, whether you think, you know, he wasn't just solely sold on light side. And I thought that was kind of a cool concept, you know, even though it wasn't really thought of that way when it first came out. I still thought it was a cool concept.
I thought it was funny that, like, he's basically this crazy guy that no one in the council really trusts. And, like, even Obi-Wan is just kind of like, don't defy the council master, not again. He's like trying to tell him, like, come on, dude, like, can we just follow the rules this one time? And Qui-Gon's just like, nah, I feel good about this. Like, I found it kind of funny.
No, I did too, and that was kind of one of the reasons I liked him, was he was kind of almost to a point of being reckless, even though he had, like, a ton of wisdom, and that was what made him almost Yoda-esque in the way he was in in Empire Strikes Back, how Yoda was really crazy but had just ridiculous amounts of wisdom. I thought it kind of hit on that.
I can see it. Oh, Qui-Gon. Were you sad? Do you remember seeing Qui-Gon die for the first time? Like, how you felt about it? Were you sad?
I was pretty sad, especially just because he was, like, I don't know, he was a pretty cool character. I saw Episode 1 was the first prequel film I saw, and so, you know, seeing that was kind of like, it was sad, what building the whole movie around Qui-Gon and then having him just die. I don't know. I dislike that.
I would say, yeah, he was basically the main character of Episode 1.
I would definitely. He was more of a main character than Obi-Wan, which that was one of the things I didn't like was that how much they built him up, and then he was just like, "Oh, I'm done with this after this movie."
Yeah, absolutely.
George just wanted Liam Neeson in a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's true. If they'd have made like Qui-Gon just be more of like the reason why Obi-Wan's is the way he is, and then like had him maybe die in the first battle with Maul, so that they have a more compelling case to give to the council, I think that would have been a really cool way to like have Obi-Wan step up.
I feel like in an ideal situation, when we meet Obi-Wan, he's older and Anakin's older, and I feel like you can circumvent a lot of the issues with the prequels. Like the fact that Obi-Wan's a Padawan when we meet him, I think kind of sets us up to be like, okay, like there's not much he can do, right? Because he's still learning himself, and I can see the appeal of that. But I think like when you're telling a story where you have to show ultimately like where his friendship and his relationship with Anakin went wrong, not necessarily Qui-Gon's, I think, I don't know, you maybe try to do a little too much there.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. And, it's a lot to try and put into just 3 movies, the character development of so many characters and then compiling that with adding Qui-Gon in. I don't know, like I liked him as a character, but he might have been a little bit, I don't know, redundant, I guess. He really didn't need to be there. I feel like we could have built a better relationship with one of the other council members so that Order 66 had a little more weight to it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like Qui-Gon has like the most screen time and dialogue of any Jedi other than like Obi-Wan and Anakin, right? But he dies so soon. Like it would have been really powerful if there was, another Jedi other than the 2 main characters that we really spent time with, and we really could have felt the effects of Order 66 whenever they got killed.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I know we're supposed to be praising the prequels, and like I said, overall, I liked them and I liked the storyline, but there definitely were some things that he could have done a little better.
For sure. So, what is here? I'll put a pause on the character one. Maybe this will be an easier question. What is your favorite vehicle from the prequel?
That one's pretty rough. I mean, I gotta say, I love the gunship, but I gotta say the Venator, honestly.
Okay, I can respect that. I appreciate the fact that the gunship is at least in the conversation.
Yeah.
No, the dope. I love the Venator.
Honestly, like the entirety of the original siege vehicles the Republic used, like the gunship, the ATTE, and the Venator and Acclamator, like all of those were just really awesome designs that they took original designs from like the original trilogy and then improved upon them and made them like really cool looking for the sequel or for the prequels. And I thought that was just awesome.
Right. Yeah. Like you imagine the Empire would suck a lot of the creativity out of stuff like that. Everything needs to be uniform. Everything needs to be more utilitarian. But you imagine, if the Republic is given these kind of resources, what stuff would they come up with? And I think he did a wonderful job with really just coming up with all these great iconic ships for the prequels.
No, honestly, I totally agree. Like one of my all-time favorite ships has definitely got to be or scenes, I guess, was like in the Clone Wars when they open up the bottom of a Venator and they drop ships with ATTEs and then LAATs, the gunships.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta like those are just awesome scenes. Every time you saw that, you were like, you knew something awesome was gonna happen,
Yeah. But here's another question. What's your favorite battle from the prequels?
I gotta say Kashyyyk is one of my favorites.
Okay. What do you like about Kashyyyk?
I mean, obviously the implementation of new vehicles like the turbo tank, the AT-AP, and that sort of thing. But then just the use of locals actually fighting with them, because towards the end, they needed all the help they could get. I thought that was really cool.
Right. I love it really is a contrast between like Obi-Wan shows up to Utapau. He's like, if you have warriors, send them out now. And we never see them. I guess they had none.
Yeah, I know, right? That was great.
But no, yeah, that actually was cool to see the clones working side by side. I didn't even think about that. That's the first time we see them working along with locals to combat oppressors.
No, and like I said, I do love Geonosis. Don't get me wrong, but like when you see the Venator just parked out back and unloading mass amounts of troops to battle with the Wookiees, that to me was like really just cool.
Yeah, I just wish we would have seen more on Kashyyyk. Like, it's probably the shortest battle in any like Star Wars film, to be honest, and we just don't see enough of it. Like, it's such a cool idea and location. Like,
yeah, no, I know that was kind of how I felt about it.
Kashyyyk battle movie, just an entire film about that battle. I mean, Luminar's there. Maybe I can see them. Maybe I don't know what they could do, but I don't know if they want to like hone in on like another Jedi, because obviously like we know what Yoda's up to for the most part, but like if they wanted to do maybe like a short film, like an hour-long film on just the Battle of Kashyyyk and like follow Luminar or something, I think that'd be fun just to give us a fresh take on it.
No, I totally agree. I think in episode 1 we should have seen more of the individual Jedi's on the individual Jedi on the council, and really built up relationships with them so that Order 66 had the most impact. I mean, obviously as a kid, me seeing it, I was like, oh no, Jedi are dying. But it's not like, oh, I knew exactly who these people were. Like after you watch the Clone Wars, you really feel a connection with them. But until you do, you're just like, eh.
Right, yeah, no, it's mostly, I mean, Ki-Adi-Mundi was probably the Order 66 stuff that impacted me the most, because he actually had lines like before really knowing any of the Jedi.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So in hindsight, having grown up and lived through many trilogies of Star Wars films, like what do you think is the most positive change or positive thing that the prequels added to Star Wars?
I mean, I definitely have to agree with you for the most part on just the vehicles and scenes. I mean, as a mock builder myself, I definitely love just a lot of those places that they showed us and
For sure.
vehicles they gave us. But I mean, just the overall storyline of Anakin and his whole, like what happened to him, I think that was kind of a cool thing it gave us. Just the overall thought that even somebody who's thought of as, quote unquote, the chosen one can fall to the dark side and really mess stuff up. I thought that was kind of a neat, not so well executed, but a neat storyline nonetheless.
Yeah, he was definitely he was something.
Yeah, I will preface that with I didn't like the character of Anakin, how he was portrayed personally, but it was a really neat one.
I was talking to this with someone the other day, and I basically concluded that my favorite Anakin in the films is Jake Lloyd, which was a surprising revelation. But the more I think about it, it's like, yeah, like that's probably, I think that was the best interpretation of Anakin that we saw. Like episode 2 Anakin is just all over the place. And in episode 3, he gets duped by the Emperor. I didn't love that.
No, I totally.
Dark.
What do you say, Creed?
Episode 2 Anakin is just a dork.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. I agree with that. Like, honestly, he was like the way he was portrayed in the Clone Wars, I thought was more of what Anakin should have been, which was a really awesome, well-developed character who then slowly does more and more dark things as, more and more dark things happen to him. I thought that was just awesome.
Yeah, Clone Wars Anakin was just like perfect. Like, that's why I wish we could get another. Just give us one more film with Hayden and Ewan, and give them some good dialogue and direction and a good story to tell, and let those guys like give us the live action and on-screen relationship that we see in the Clone Wars. Like get Dave Filoni to direct it. I care. Like if they just give them a film It can just be a small contained battle in the Clone Wars. I don't care. It can be anything. Just let them redeem themselves. Like, I mean, Ewan not so much, but more so just like their relationship. I don't feel we got the best out of their relationship that we possibly could have with the prequels.
Absolutely. Hold on, I gotta pause for a sec.
For sure, yeah. Rebo Brick says, "Hey, Jalen, what's going on, bro?" Ty the Lego guy says, praise the glorious Clone Wars. Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time. I don't need a stream dedicated to it. This is just a way, like, to force myself into paying some respects to the good old prequels.
Bye. I'll see you guys later.
All right, see ya.
Okay, I'll probably come down there. Okay, bye.
Oh, he obviously was not talking to us. I was so what the heck was going on?
Yeah, I'm actually headed to work at the moment, but I'll just keep it on speaker and kind of talk from there.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on. So, are you going? Have you been to any Lego conventions? Do you plan on going to any? I know you said you're a mock builder.
I am. I am a very low budget mock builder, however, and conventions are a little bit pricey, especially with airfare. I live back in California, so it's kind of hard to get all the way out there. But sometime in the next couple of years, I definitely plan on attending some at some point.
What part of California do you live in?
What was that?
What part of California are you in?
I'm in Northern California, up by about 2 or 3 hours north of Sacramento.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. I was gonna say that it's right by the bay. That's like Santa Clara area, but I guess you're far from even that.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing that sucks about living in California. Everybody's like, "Oh, I know people who live in California." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's like 8 hours away, and you're still in the same state."
Yeah, it's always Southern California. Just I live in Texas. I totally understand.
Oh no, yeah, no. If I was anywhere back there, I would definitely be going to more of them, for sure. Fully plan on moving back east somewhere after I get all my schooling done out here, just because California has a lot of really high cost of living rates. So I definitely want to move back there at some point.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's all right. You're basically paying for the weather, which
no. And what's funny right now is there's 1.5 feet of snow on the ground, and there's trees falling all over the place. So it's really not any better right here.
Did you hit something?
No, that was a tree branch.
Oh, there are literally trees falling right now. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's trees falling everywhere because the snow knocked over a ton of trees. I actually don't have power at my house right now.
Yeah, dude, that is best of luck. Oh my god, I didn't realize things are so dire out there.
Yeah, no, right now it's pretty bad up here, but we're just dealing with it.
All right, man. Best of luck. Jeez.
But it's honestly most of the time the weather's pretty nice, but it gets up to 118 out here, and it's not fun.
All right, Isaiah says, Jay, I thought of the perfect scholarship that you can make. I have no idea what that is. Crazy, you know what that is?
No idea.
Isaiah, give me some.
Google it.
Yeah, I have to do my Googles. Lego fan says, what if an episode of was the real leader of the First Order? Someone asked earlier, what would have to happen in episode 9 for me to dislike? That would be it.
What was that?
Lego fan asked, what if in episode 9
I think it's something to do with I forgot what they're called. One of the
Oh, yeah, no,
crime people, crime syndicates.
What about crime syndicates?
The ship he's talking about.
Oh, okay. What is it from? Like, is it from a show?
I'm going through a pretty patchy area for service. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
The Black Sun Crime Syndicate. It's from.
Oh, okay. Apparently, he's a billionaire in Star Wars lore. Huh.
I mean, you'd think he'd be rich. He doesn't have a gold ship, though.
You said a gold ship?
I said he doesn't have a gold ship. It's just grey, white, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Only real trillionaires get gold.
Exactly.
Vehicles.
I would, dude, if I was a billionaire in Star Wars, I would get a 15,000 carat solid gold Republic gunship.
Imagine. That'd be so heavy.
Yes. It'd be alright though.
I don't think it'd be able to lift it off.
I'll put it on turbo tank wheels then.
Oh, yeah.
It'll basically be a clone turbo tank with a Republic gunship body that was gold.
Is the turbo tank the only vehicle in Star Wars to have wheels?
I know, right?
I can't think of any other vehicle in Star Wars that has wheels.
There isn't. That's really it. Or unless you count Grievous's wheel bike. Maybe that's the only other one.
That's like a single wheel. Often, like, it's so weird to see a vehicle in Star Wars with wheels.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit at all. But it works so well.
Hopefully the chat can, guys. Name another Star Wars vehicle with wheels that isn't the gunship. I mean the turbo tank or Grievous's wheel bike.
Grievous's wheel bike is pretty.
Oh, I guess Hellfire droid has wheels too.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, come on. We need more wheeled vehicles. I think what's more surprising is the fact that there are more vehicles in Star Wars that walk than like have wheels.
Yeah, that's weird as well.
70% crawler. Well, that has treads. There are actually quite a few vehicles with treads. We're looking for wheels.
The real deal.
The wheel deal.
Car.
Isaiah says, I don't know if you guys know this yet, but Vader. Yes, he is. Look busy.
They're like walkers with better
thing
away than wheels.
No, that is the battering ram cannon. They didn't have wheels.
Yeah.
Jeez, guys, you got nothing for us? We're looking for wheeled vehicles. Those trams on Scarif, not sure though. I guess they might have. It's kind of hard to tell. They're on like a track, so they could.
So I decided to search Star Wars vehicles with wheels, and oof, he's Hot Wheels. He's Hot Wheels. Hey, Malbert has like a Hot Wheels like cement mixer for some reason.
That sounds insane. So for us, a droid with a wheel pulls Anakin and Padme on Tatooine. That is a good point. That's true. Whenever they
Serious question though.
watching that like
Designing vehicles.
game on Coruscant, that's cool. Most videos says, "Yo, I'm currently watching and add enjoy the money." Thank you so much. I guess mouse droid doesn't count. Yeah, we're looking for like vehicles.
I think Star Wars is evolving backwards because they had like developed spaceships long before they developed the vehicle.
Right. Yeah, basically. By the Lego guy says, "Hey Jay, since you guys are talking mocks, I finally completed my Hoth one. We'll be posting the finale next week on Thursday." Nice. I will definitely check it out.
Yeah. So I told you about the channel I'm starting up, right, Jay?
I can like barely hear you. I don't know if you can get closer to the speaker or the microphone, rather.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my microphone to come in still. It's pretty, like I said, the snow's pretty bad up here, so I haven't gotten any mail yet.
No, I'm talking about like right now. As you're in the car, it's hard to hear you.
Oh, okay. Is this better or no?
No, nothing changed.
Might just be a bad spot of service. Hold on.
All right. And third, I would assume tires don't exist.
All right, is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. It's pretty clear right here, so I'm thinking this is a good spot.
All right. Well, were you talking about your mock?
Oh, yeah. No, actually, I was talking about my YouTube channel. I didn't know if you had, if I told you that I was starting one up.
Right, yeah. This is the rebranding.
Yeah, no, I'm in that phase right now. I'm like I said, I'm waiting on some mail to come in with my last bit of stuff. I've got a microphone coming in, a camera stabilizer, that sort of thing.
Sweet, that sounds fun. These are your first steps.
They are that. In the middle of building a minifigure steel Ghost, so we'll see how that goes.
Whoa, that sounds incredible. Interior as well.
What was it?
I said interior as well.
Yeah, no, it's all my design. I've gotten pretty far on it. I would say probably about 40% there, maybe 50.
Yeah, I was asking, is it going to have an interior?
Yeah, no, it'll have a full interior.
That is amazing. Wow.
Actually, the interior is probably the farthest along of anything.
Do you have videos of that on your channel?
What was that?
Do you have videos on your channel of it?
Not yet, no. I'm still waiting on my equipment to come in, and then like I said, I'm out of power, so I can't like video everything. I've still got my lights don't have power, so I can't like light up the whole thing and get.
Gotcha. Okay. I can't wait to check that out, dude. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's getting there. I'm still working on some things. I got to get some more parts in. Like I said, with all the snow, getting parts to deliver here is pretty hard.
Oh, really? Why so?
I think I have the parts on order, but they're just not here yet because they can't like get around. You know, like I said, there's a ton of trees down and whatnot. So.
Oh, okay. I see.
But no, in the next like week or two here, I should be able to start up actually videoing everything.
Nice. That sounds awesome. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. Should be pretty okay.
For sure. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and end the stream. I am quite hungry, and I keep coughing. I need to go take some medicine.
sounds good. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was nice to finally get to talk to you on one of these streams. And of course, best of luck on your channel. And whenever you drop that first ghost video, I will certainly check it out.
Oh, absolutely. I'll make sure it's definitely going to have a shout out or two in it for you, because you definitely got me back into building mocks.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad I can have a positive impact on the world. The more boyos building mocks, the better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Hey man, well I'm heading to work right now, so we will catch you later. All right.
All right, for sure. Take care.
Hey, you too, man. Bye bye.
All right. All right, Creed. Also, thanks to you for sticking around. It was a good conversation.
Been fun.
I'm sure I'll be messaging you about Resistance at some point. So definitely take care. Jeez. And also, everyone in the chat, thank you guys for sticking around. Hopefully, you enjoyed us praising the prequels. This is my treat to you guys. You can hear me speak mostly positively about them. That was the goal. So I think I did a decent job with that. But yeah, you guys can expect, I guess, a Let's Play video tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we'll have the Vardos update. So I'm trying to get a ton of work done on this section of the mock so I can set up my ACAT walker. So definitely stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys again very soon. Before you head out, one request, just make sure you smash that like button and the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And take care, guys. Thank you so much to everyone for staying on. And then once again, thank you, my boy Creed, for coming on.
Yeah.